What just surfaced isn't speculation. It's a direct hit to everything we believed about the 2026 NASCAR season. This goes far beyond surprise driver moves or the usual off-season drama. What we're seeing is a complete system breakdown. Race winners getting replaced, teenagers stepping straight from the classroom into cup cars, teams swapping manufacturers like it's nothing. Even the rules didn't just change, they were wiped out entirely. Let's start with the cars themselves. NASCAR has confirmed that Cup cars will run 750 horsepower at every track under 1.5 miles. That's not just quicker, it's more aggressive, less forgiving, and far more volatile. Add in the return of the short track rules package, a 3-inch rear spoiler, reduced diffuser strakes, and suddenly 5 major tracks, Bristol, Darlington, Dover, Nashville, and Gateway, are set up for pure chaos. These places were already intense. Now NASCAR has turned the pressure all the way up. Speed isn't the only focus. Safety is also getting a major overhaul. Every Cup car will now feature an Orange A post-flap technology that used to be limited to Daytona and Talladega but is now required everywhere. NASCAR isn't just pushing the limits of speed, they're actively trying to keep cars planted on the ground. The biggest shock, though, is age, or how little of it is now required. Starting in 2026, drivers as young as 17 can compete in most O'Reilly Auto Parts Series races. In the Truck Series, that minimum drops to 16. That's not just young talent, that's teenagers racing against seasoned professionals who've been competing longer than these kids have been alive. Insiders warn that NASCAR may end up acting as a guardian, since many drivers won't even be legal adults or old enough to vote, while racing for championships. While young drivers gain access, veteran Cup drivers just got a major advantage. Those with more than 3 full seasons can now run up to 10 O'Reilly races and 8 truck races. On paper, it sounds like a win for the sport. In reality, those drivers bring massive financial backing, and that money cycles right back into their Cup programs. It's not just competition. It's a power shift that favors the biggest teams and leaves smaller ones struggling to survive. Then come the garage bombshells. Daniel Suarez, the driver who helped turn Trackhouse Racing into a playoff contender, earned multiple Cup wins and became a fan favorite, is out after 2025. Trackhouse calls it mutual, but the writing is on the wall. Still, Suarez isn't disappearing. He's heading to Spire Motorsports to drive the No. 7 Chevrolet, taking over Justin Haley's seat. It's a risky move, high expectations, a new environment, and zero safety net. Trackhouse didn't hesitate. Their response was to reload aggressively. 19-year-old Connor Zeilish will take over the No. 88 Cup car full-time in 2026. That's not development, that's commitment. A teenager fresh out of high school, stepping straight into NASCAR's top level. To back it up, Trackhouse paired him with championship, winning crew chief Randall Burnett. This isn't preparation, it's a declaration. Shane Van Gisbergen isn't going anywhere either. After 5 wins and a Rookie of the Year title in 2025, he's back in the No. 5. He's back in the no. 97 and aiming higher. Trackhouse isn't collapsing, they're doubling down. Elsewhere, Haas Factory team is making a major shift. After running Ford in 2025, they're returning to Chevrolet in 2026, reconnecting with the manufacturer they originally partnered with in 2009. This isn't cosmetic, it's a full reset. Cole Custer remains in the know. 41 now powered by Chevy, while Sheldon Creed and Sam Meyer stay on board for this new era. Front Row Motorsports is taking the opposite approach. Instead of chaos or change, they're locking in stability. Zane Smith has signed a multi-year extension, and crew chief Ryan Burgundy stays with him. While other teams shuffle lineups, Front Row is betting that consistency will pay off. Then comes the most shocking move of all. Nick Sanchez, fresh off a 2025 win and playoff appearance, has been released by Big Machine Racing, and his replacement, not a rising star or veteran, but Patrick Stirrup, an eye surgeon who made just 4 starts last season. 4 to Kente 4, yet he'll drive the No. 48 full-time. It's a decision that defies logic unless it's NASCAR in 2026. Amid all this upheaval, a few pillars remain steady. Denny Hamlin is signed with Joe Gibbs, racing through 2027. William Byron is locked into Hendrick Motorsports through 2029. These drivers aren't just racing, they're building long-term legacies, but beneath them, the ground is shifting rapidly. Garrett Smithley returns to SS Greenlight alongside Josh Bilicki. Josh Williams secures a full-time role at DGM. Austin Green, son of David Green, finally lands a full-time O'Reilly Series ride, determined to prove he's more than a famous last name. Corey Day, just 19, joins Hendrick full-time in the O'Reilly. Sari, something the organization hasn't done since 2006. That move isn't just uncommon, it's historic. This isn't a routine season change. It's NASCAR smashing the reset button and shattering the system, and it's only getting wilder. College racing has entered the truck series in force, 5 full-time trucks, and they're not alone. Ram Trucks is officially returning to NASCAR in 2026, backing the effort. Leading the charge is Justin Haley, coming back from Cup duty to anchor the program. Daniel Dye drops down from the O'Reilly series, while ARCA champion Brendan Butterbean Queen steps into the national spotlight. This isn't participation, it's an invasion. They're not the only ones shaking things up. ThorSport closes a chapter as 3-time champion Matt Crafton retires after 2025 and hands over the iconic Nobut 88 to Ty Majeski. The expectations are enormous, but Majeski has already proven he belongs. Caden Honeycutt finally finds stability, going full-time with Tricon Garage in the Nowood 11 after bouncing between teams and still making the championship 4. Macaulay Hilgeman Racing is stacked as well, with Christian Eckes returning, Tyler Enkrum and Daniel Dye back, and Chris Wright committing to a full national schedule in the No Point 81. These aren't filler entries, they're contenders. Then there's the unexpected return, Frankie Muniz. Yes, that Frankie Muniz. He's back full. Time in the No Point 33 for the newly rebranded Rayomi Brothers Racing. Call it marketing, call it a comeback. Either way, it's real, and people will be watching. While Cup headlines dominate, the O'Reilly Auto Parts series is turning into a battleground. Joe Gibbs Racing signs Brent Cruz, still under 18, to run nearly a full season in the No Point 19 Toyota. He turns 18 in March. By April, he'll be racing door with veterans at extreme speeds. Gibbs isn't thinking short term, they're planning for the next decade. Viking Motorsports emerges as a serious player, expanding to 2 full-time cars. Anthony Alfredo pilots the No. 96 with